Hi everyone, I hope you all had a wonderful, relaxing Memorial Day weekend. This is going to be my Module 1 response video. And I'm going to start by talking about the 3 key aspects that I pulled from our reading. I actually really enjoyed reading about the physical parts of campuses and physical environments, just because it's something that obviously you notice but you don't really take the time to completely understand. But after reading this, it's definitely given me a better understanding of why we choose different places and how environments can impact us in the settings that we choose. So for my 3 key aspects, I chose, for the first one, I kind of put 2 different ones together. It's going to be prospective college students and sense of place and how they interact and play with each other. Next, I'm going to talk about past ineffective designs and why that's important for us to realize and know. And then third, the 10 different kinds of campus places. So I'm going to start off with this one. Like I said, I combine these 2 together, but it's important for this one to really understand what sense of place is and what it means. Before reading this, I had no idea. I didn't know what the term meant. Of course, I could kind of guess, but I would have been wrong. But now, after reading through the text, my understanding of sense of place is everything that makes up a campus. It can be from the environment, the location, different amenities that the college gives students, such as benches and things to interact with on campus, and also interactions on campus between people, faculty, staff, and visitors. The text even mentions on page 12 how, at the end of the first paragraph, how a sense of place really comes between people to place and person-to-person interactions. So it's kind of everything that makes up a college campus, in my opinion. And kind of looking back, whenever you do visit a college, of course you're looking for somewhere where you think you're going to fit in, but sense of place kind of plays a role into prospective college students as, they're looking, are buildings attractive? Do they think the campus is safe? That's probably a big one that a lot of students and their families are looking at, especially around today's times. And just, does the campus meet their expectations? I know I only toured a couple campuses, and I definitely used some of these. I didn't realize I was using sense of place to kind of choose where I went to college, so it's kind of cool to look back on that. And the text also mentions on page 13 how sense of place and the college campus and the features that are on that campus really play a critical first impression of an institution. And I can imagine if you don't have a good first impression of an institution, most likely you're not going to end up going there, especially if you don't think you're going to fit in or enjoy what that campus has to offer. And I also like how it talked about place identity and how colleges and universities are designed to be memorable places where students often develop a strong place attachment. And I think that kind of also goes with this as well, because prospective students are going to choose a campus for a certain reason, and then most of the time they're going to relate to that campus and kind of find their identity on that campus. Next, my second key aspect is talking about past ineffective designs. And this particular topic is mentioned, and it started on page 25 of our section. And it kind of talks about how, in the past, American higher education has struggled with ineffective designs from the past. Faculty and students alike often have times where their meeting spaces are just sterile. They're not as effective as they could be for today's society. I think today's society is really versatile, and there's different learning techniques and styles that people use. And some meeting spaces just aren't equipped for that type of fluidity and adaptability. This picture on the right I included just because we use a lot of technology today, and there's a lot of technological advances that some colleges and universities might not have incorporated into their designs in the past, and that can kind of be a hindrance to some certain areas of the college. And it's something to kind of keep in mind as college and universities are beginning to kind of relook at their designs and just trying to make sure that their college is adaptable and up to date with our society as well. And so students can adapt and get the best resources they can. So I think past and effective designs is really important just because times have changed and the type of students and their learning styles have changed as well. So colleges should also be changing and kind of keeping up the speed with their students. And then lastly, I really think the 10 kinds of campus spaces was important to mention just because, like I said, there's different types of learning styles, so there should also be different types of learning spaces. And just looking at this list, I put them all up here for you, but I'm sure you all read them as well. Just looking at this list, I can really think about my own university and how my own university embodied most of these, and I can see them being used. I felt really connected to my own university and my undergrad because they were really welcoming and inclusive, and everyone felt like they belonged and could be themselves. I didn't really realize how large of a list this was, but like I said, I could find most of these. I wouldn't say all of them, but I could find most of these in my own campus in different areas and different spaces. I would say the ones that I wouldn't be able to find or look at mainly were, I would say the last three, just because they could be kind of difficult to find on a campus, but I think all of these collectively could make a great campus environment. It's something all campuses should really aim for. But I think our section is really beneficial just because campus physical environment is really a big part of campuses just because it's embodied of everything on a campus, the interactions between people, spaces, everything. So it's really important for us to really understand how a physical environment impacts students, especially in the careers that we're all going to kind of go towards. So I can't wait what you guys have to say, and hopefully we can knock this thing out.